And now for a look at other trading on the local market. Earlier I spoke to Marcus Padley at Paterson Securities. Marcus Padley, a mixed bag across the sectors today, a cautious start to the week.
Yeah, well, a bit of a non-start really, Ticky. We've come up very quickly. Wall Street was up over 5% last week, and we're up sort of 3.5% after very sharp falls just before that. And the US had its lowest volume session this year on Friday, despite its rise. And we have the US results season starting tonight. So I think we've got a lot of volatility, low volume. The rally we've seen isn't desperately convincing. We still do have some very big question marks in the market. Market's still in medium term, that's sort of weekly chart downtrend, and that seems to be the major trend at the moment. So the short-term rally isn't really convincing us. We'll see how the results season goes in the US. That really is the next big indicator for where we go from here.
Now, just looking at a couple of stocks, strong gains for the rare earths explorer Lynas Corp. What's driving the interest there?
Well, they very cleverly put out an announcement. Lynas Corporation own the richest, biggest rare earths deposit outside of China. It's due to come into production in the, I think, third quarter of 2011. We have a little thing in our office, Tiggy. Anything you can Google but you ask about, you get fined $1, so you can Google what rare earths are. But the Chinese Ministry of Commerce put out an announcement, which Lynas have picked up on and published, saying that they are going to cut quotas on Chinese exports of rare earths by something like 72% on the previous corresponding period in the next quarter, and 40% this year on last year. And obviously Lynas Corp, if they can get into production quick enough, will be saying that they're capable of taking up any slack. So we had 32 million shares traded. All the day traders are all over it. It's up 27% in a month or so. Just a very busy stock on the back of that announcement. But you know, when you consider it's 2011 till they start producing, it'll probably be a momentary interest.
And some more noise around the Sigma Pharmaceuticals takeover deal.
Yes, South African bidder, they announced their bid in May after a March profits warning. The company, Sigma's flat on its back. In 2005, when they bought Arrow Pharmaceuticals, they were $3. They're now sort of 43 cents, I think it was today. They've received a takeover bid, perhaps an opportunistic one from Aspen Pharmacare, as I say, in March. They originally bid 60 cents. They dropped it to 55 cents just recently. And so Sigma are saying, look, we still want to talk to you, but we don't like the new offer, and we're going to talk to you, try and talk it up. Basically, they're on the back foot. We'll see what happens, but not good for the share price to see the bidder basically having all the power, which is what's going on at the moment.
And surfwear company Billabong International is going surfing USA.
Well, Billabong are a bit like the Rupert Murdoch of the fashion retailing overseas. They have bought a company. I have to be careful. It's not RACV. The company is actually called RVCA that they bought. They say it was for a undisclosed amount, and it's not material to earnings this year. They also saw a counter bid for West 49, a Canadian retailer they're trying to buy for $91 million. So they're still in talks about that anyway. It didn't do much for the Billabong share price, just down a little bit today.
Marcus Padley, thanks for talking to Lakeline Business.
My pleasure, Ticky.